Yo. We back for another episode. Family Ties. We got some special people with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My name is Cortez. I'm with
Neil Wilson.
and we gonna get it in. Yeah.
Damn.
Baby, come groove with me, groove with me. Okay, you know what to do, now we can get smooth with it, smooth with it. I came to party with you, now baby, just groove with me, groove with me. Okay, you know what to do, now we can get smooth with it, smooth with it. I came to party with you, now baby, just groove with me, groove with me. Okay, you know what to do, now we can get smooth with it, smooth with it. I came to party with you, now baby, just groove with me, groove with me. Okay, you know what to do, now we can get smooth with it, smooth with it. I came to party with you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Another little snippet, man. That's my song Groove. Make sure y'all check that out, all platforms, and make sure you check the video out because everybody that's in here is in that video. We had a good time.
Yeah, I starred in that video.
He started.
You did. Shout out to the shrimp fried rice.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Yep. But man, yeah. Once again, welcome back to another episode, the second episode. So we got a lot of good feedback from the first one that we put out. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate everybody who tuned in and all of that. So we're gonna get on to this next one, and this one's I think even gonna be doper than that first one. So we'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, man. That's like a kind of like a Valentine's episode, so to say.
Yeah.
A love episode. Or hate, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I
I
got
don't know what's
gifts.
gonna come out of this one.
right.
Oh,
What we
yeah.
get?
I would like to apologize ahead of time for whatever I say or don't say. Yeah, so
Yeah, but so I mean, like I said, we got some special people with us. These are actually our wives, and I want them to introduce themselves. But the one on the end of the sofa over there, go ahead, say your name, my sweet lady.
Oh gosh, I'm Jamie, Tessa's
my
wife.
She belonged to me.
Hi.
Boo, can you introduce yourself?
Noah too.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Noah. She wrapped up right now doing her thing.
Noah's under
in
the
a wrap.
cloak, doing her due.
We definitely got kids on this one, so if she start crying, y'all just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It just is what it is.
They understand.
Yep.
Can you introduce yourself, Boo?
I'm Danielle, Neil's wife. That's it.
A little bit. That's cute.
Yeah. So I mean, how y'all feeling? Y'all good?
Yeah.
I'm good.
So far.
So far, so good. Nervous?
Yep.
Why?
Cause y'all got notes and
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what these questions are gonna be like.
Just random question. They ain't gonna be nothing too hard, nothing too difficult. But
Yeah, it ain't nothing bad.
I mean, we'll take it easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it go. Y'all week been alright so far? I know it's only Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's long. I'm ready
My
for
week been
Friday.
long.
Been long.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's been long about it? Like y'all had difficult days. What happened?
Well, I've gotten little to no sleep.
Facts. Same here. And I get up and work with kids every morning, so it's rough. I'm ready for Friday already.
I could dig it.
Do you love that?
I do
with
to
kids?
a certain extent. I do. I've been doing it since I was 18, so.
So having kids didn't make you tired of that? You don't be tired of kids?
Yeah, I do, but I couldn't see myself doing anything else except for being at home. But anything else, no.
No.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
So how you been, bro? You good?
I'm all right. How you been?
I'm alright, bro. Same old same, man. Had a good week last week, man. So we kicked it a lot, with the events going on in the city, Chiefs, all of that.
Yeah,
So that
Super
was
Bowl
fun.
winning champs,
Yup.
2020.
Yep, we made it.
Yep.
We out here, man. So we just ready for next season.
Hey, how was that parade for you, though?
The parade was dope, man. We actually lucked up because one of my homies lives downtown on Grand, which is the street the parade was on, and we didn't have to stand in the cold that long. So we
man.
just came downstairs and the parade was right outside his house.
It was bad for me, bro. It was good. I got up there at 6 a.m. and I was there until it was over. My toes literally was froze, bro.
No way.
Literally was froze.
No way.
I couldn't move my feet. I was walking on bricks.
Yeah. Nah,
Where were
bro.
y'all at? Which
We was right up there by the stage.
for real?
Yeah, we got there. When I got there, people was like homeless. Like it was a girl. I swear, it was a girl
I told him he
sleep.
should have took blankets.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared. It was a girl. When I got there, it was literally girls sleep on top of each other.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it was worth it though. I think we had a good spot. We was right there by the stage, so we got to see the whole parade.
Yeah.
and we got to see the rally, the little pep rally.
Dope.
Dope.
Yeah, we thought about going down there, but I don't know, man. We just learned from the when the Royals won. It was too many people for us to even pass through. So if you didn't get there early like what you did, I don't think I don't think we would have got a good spot. So I think
You
But they
couldn't
was
leave.
so turned at the rally. I wished I was there. So that's why I was like, next year I want to do both.
Oh, so we gonna win the championship next year?
Yeah, we
I
definitely
love
will win.
this. I love this energy. Yeah,
that's awesome.
but you couldn't leave my area and go to the bathroom and come back. Like people was really holding spots. Like they was like, "No, you're not getting past me." I'm like,
Damn.
"This is a public street, nigga. You don't own this."
So nobody used the bathroom?
Yeah, but once it got too packed and the rally started, the parade started, they wasn't trying to let nobody walk by.
Oh,
Because people wanted to be as close to the stage as possible. So, like, people was really like, nah, like, they was holding their arms out.
Dang.
I'm surprised there wasn't no fights, bro.
That's scandalous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first I heard of that. It wasn't no. Yeah, from where we was, it was just cool. Like, wasn't nobody tripping for it.
Yeah.
We just was chilling. Did you go? You didn't go, do you?
No, it was too cold.
Oh, come on, man.
She had to go to work.
Yeah, and I went to work.
So, everybody that went, they dropped their kids off at her job.
That's a fact. They really did.
That's
Yeah.
messed up. That's messed up. Man, so, yeah, man. So, once again, this is a Valentine Day episode. And Valentine Day is just, Friday?
Yep.
Yeah.
Friday, y'all got major plans?
Do y'all have major plans for us?
Hello.
Wait, before we get into this, I really do want to know,
That
like,
nigga just put me in that. I didn't say nothing.
no,
What?
nigga, this is for everybody. I really want to know, this is Valentine's just for women?
No.
I'm not talking to you yet. I want to know.
I don't know, bro. I mean, traditionally, it's always been like, men doing stuff for women. But
How do you personally feel about that?
it don't bother me. I'm not a cat that really like want stuff like from the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be kind of weird for. Jamie might say, "Let's go out to eat or something." You know, what I mean, just on a regular day or whatever, and she will, like buy dinner and stuff like that. She has done that, but it ain't nothing that I really care for.
Yeah, me too. Same.
Yeah.
My wife take care of me throughout the year, so
Yeah.
my Valentine's Day might be on a Tuesday.
But isn't
in
Sweetest
March.
Day, isn't that when
What?
the women take the men or ask the men out?
What's it called?
Sweetest Day.
What is
I've
that?
never heard of that.
Really?
You made that up?
No.
I've heard of it, but I don't know the particulars.
Is that like a
Sweetest
Is that
Day?
a made up day?
Yes. No. Sweetest Day. I feel like that's when you ask the guy out. And then Valentine's Day is supposed to be for
Is
the
that a
girl.
certain date for that?
Yes.
What day is that?
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, you have to
I don't
explain
know.
that. 'Cause I
And
never heard that.
it
'Cause
might have
I'm
the
definitely
meaning.
going to.
Is this that steak and BJ
No,
day?
it's
Oh.
not the same thing.
What is that, nigga?
Steak and BJ?
Yeah.
You
Did
never
y'all-
you
I ain't
never-
heard that either. No. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my
So
God.
so she make you a steak
Yeah.
And give
and you get BJ for
But I want to know
dessert.
the day though. What's the day? So
I don't know. I was wishing it was every day.
It's
I ain't
I had
never heard of that.
Saturday, October 17th is Sweetest Day.
Oh
Hey,
no,
that's
but
the day after my
that's that-
birthday.
Well, I mean, we pretty much gonna get it in on the birthday.
hey, but no. So
Oh.
steak and
That's
BJ
when-
day.
Let's see what day
That's
that
why we got the
is.
baby. When they like
But
9
Tez
months
don't
old.
like steak.
Oh.
I don't.
you can give him anything.
One year I got a cake and everything, and I had the
Yeah.
lady write "Happy Steak and BJ" down. She
Yeah,
was like,
it was
"What?"
it was the cookie cake
Did
thing.
somebody just
Yeah.
make this up? Is this new?
I don't.
No.
I had never
Neil
heard of
made it
but
up.
it was.
No,
I swear to God,
it's-
You made it up.
It's
I've
March.
never heard
It's
of this.
14th.
bro. It was our first.
What?
It was our
Yes.
first year of marriage, right? That was our first year
Yeah.
of marriage. I said, nigga, this is why you get married. This was the best part of. My son was already here and everything. I'm saying, nope, yep, steak and beef. I ain't had it since though. So
You have.
I didn't know what day it was.
It's a month after Valentine's Day. It was founded because Valentine's Day is a made-up holiday for women and vegetarians. Is what this is.
Oh, okay.
Women and vegetarians.
Wait, what
That's
do
what it is.
vegetarians got to do with Valentine?
I don't know. So it's only fair that there is an equivalent holiday for normal people. Steak and BJ Day.
I don't think did Jesus and them celebrate Valentine's Day?
No.
Nah, man, has
This ain't even no real holiday then, man.
No. Don't think that.
Boo, I'm gonna take care of you. Don't worry.
So I mean,
Don't worry
so
about it.
that's the question. So what y'all feel about that? Y'all think Valentine's Day is just for women?
I don't.
No, I mean,
I feel like
do
it's
stuff
just
for you on
love
Valentine's Day.
in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love in general.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how would y'all feel if we're not gonna do nothing Yeah, it's up to y'all to take care of it.
What?
No.
I'm just saying, like,
I
if we
feel like
was
it's
like,
a mutual
if you like-
thing.
No, can roles really reverse? Like, can
Like,
we
can it-
get?
yeah, like-
can y'all like
What do
on
you
Valentine's Day? Can we get pampered? Can we get taken out to dinner and all that? Like,
Yes.
Jamie don't look like she with it.
I mean, yeah. What's y'all take on it?
You
I
think?
feel like, yeah, but it isn't just a day all about you. Nigga, it's not your birthday. But it's still like a mutual thing. Like, hey,
So
I
they
take
don't
you
want it
out.
to be mutual. They want it to
Right.
just be us
No.
pampering them.
Nah,
It's usually like
nah.
that,
It's
though,
usually
for us.
the other way around,
Right.
You know? I mean, we'll get gifts.
Yeah.
I appreciate whatever you get for me, boo. I'm happy. But I'm saying, like, I think the general public think that it's like it's mostly for women.
I mean, that's my thoughts.
It
That's
is.
why I always
It
thought it was
is.
mostly for women.
So I'm fine with it
Is that
either
a
being,
problem
you know,
for you?
Nah.
for women, or it can be mutual. But I don't know how I would feel about just, let me just
Giving you
pamper
a
you.
day.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
y'all ain't with the Beyonce, let me cater to you joint.
That's
Wow.
not Valentine's
That's what
Day.
the steak and
I'm
BJ
just
Day is
saying.
Yeah, it's a
for.
fact.
So we celebrating that this year then.
I mean, I just learned about it. So I mean, we
he's
can.
marking the calendar.
Right.
Okay.
But you don't like
October
steak.
17th, right?
No, it was
that's
March
the other one.
14th.
March 14th. Which one's October 17th?
Sweetest Day.
Sweetest Day.
We don't know what that is.
So what is
either.
that again?
That
'Cause I don't think I
is-
understand.
We ain't celebrating that because that's my birthday weekend or around
You
my
still
birthday.
can celebrate Sweetest Day. I think that one's about love too.
What?
Y'all didn't have the
I don't
sweetest
know.
dance in school
What?
No.
where the girl
No.
asked the guy out.
Nah.
I think that's what it means.
I mean, the girls are kind of like guys in my school.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
just a
wow.
holiday about love. It's a holiday about love. It's all about letting others know you care
Nah,
by
we
doing
didn't
romantic
really care about them
deeds.
days. If you asked the dude out at school, like he was just that nigga.
It just
like,
facts.
Yeah.
That's just pretty much what happens.
Okay.
All right, man. So, let's get into this convo, man. Since it's Valentine's Day, we got some questions, that we have.
I'm sorry.
not ready
okay,
for
it. Go ahead, bro.
I
Go
want to
ahead.
start off asking both of y'all, and I want Danielle, and I'll give mine. First recollection of when you met. When did you first meet Jamie?
We met at this concert at Clarence's church. What's the name of his church? I don't know, but it was like this Christian hip hop concert.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we met there. Actually, it was Clarence had invited me to his church to check out a concert that they was putting on, and Jamie showed up with some of her friends, and I was actually sitting behind her or whatever, and I ain't say nothing to her. It didn't. I wasn't gonna say nothing to her for real.
Yeah.
One of my
He's
homies knew
scared.
her, and I told him. I said, "Damn, who that girl?"
This
up there?"
nigga sent a messenger. I was like, what?
I did send the, but I didn't know he was gonna say nothing. But
You
he just
played
went over and
somebody.
hollered at it. He was like, "Hey, Jamie, what did he say to you?"
I don't know. He was like, man, my boy was checking you
Hey, you
out.
played
He's filling
Shot
you with
Brother.
something.
I played
Like
Shot
on
Brother.
5 Heartbeats.
And it worked.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a real love story.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
I mean, yeah,
God.
to wrap it up, that's pretty much how it happened. You know what,
What
I'm saying?
year was that?
That was 2012.
12.
Yeah, 2012.
September.
September 2012.
Okay, so that's when y'all first.
Dope that y'all remember the month.
Danielle, do you remember when we first met?
I don't want to hear your story
Why?
at all because you're so full of it. I don't
What
want
do
to
you
hear your story.
mean? I tell the truth.
We met in high school
And where at? Where was we at?
in the halls.
No, we was not. No. All right, so the real story. How we met.
No, I'll tell it. Okay, fine. We met in class,
What class was this?
and he was in an advanced geometry class.
Okay.
Because he's a year under me, so he's trying to say that I was in the slow class,
It was.
and I was not.
So look, I had just got to Grandview from Hickman. This is my freshman year, your sophomore year?
I don't know. When did you go to Texas?
After my sophomore year.
No, then yeah, it had to be.
It
Or
It
you was a sophomore.
Okay, so I came at the end to Grandview High School at the end of my freshman year.
Yeah, so it was sophomore.
And then
Your
my sophomore year, I did my whole Grandview. So I was in this. First of all, I ain't even good at math like that to be in no advanced math class.
First of all,
And-
it was a whole bunch of
Can I
us
tell my
that
story,
was in
please?
my grade.
That's sad. Can I tell my story? It was only like 6 juniors in this sophomore math
Oh my!
class.
How many of y'all was it?
the rest of the class. Nigga. So look, she used to always be like up under me, bro. Like she stayed over my. Bro,
No.
what? All right, so look, she.
Don't mess the story up.
I'm not. This is really what happened.
Sound like you tearing the story up.
No, all right, so
Exactly.
look, all right.
You
I'm
add
telling the
extra
truth.
Actually,
stuff.
though, bro, let her. Did you ask? Did you?
Exactly.
It's supposed to be for her,
Right,
though.
exactly.
Because you said Danielle. Go ahead,
I'm
Danielle.
sorry.
Thank
This
you.
nigga rude.
We met in high school in a math class. I don't remember the math class or what math it was, but we were just friends. He was super funny. He's always been funny to me. I loved him because we were just we clicked instantly. He moved to Texas.
I still got the picture you gave me. Too.
I know. Anyway, he moved to Texas, and then somehow he was in Kansas City, and I went out at Lucky Strike, and we ran into each other. And then after that, we've been talking since then.
Can I tell Lucky Strike?
Was it not Lucky Strike?
No, it was.
Oh, okay,
but
go ahead.
It wasn't just we ran. It was kind of real. For real.
Okay,
it was
go
kind of
ahead.
like that night before. Me and my friend was having like a conversation about the chocolate girls that went to Grandview, and one of her old high school friends was around, and I was like, "Hey, I always used to want Danielle. She had some tick old bitties. Like,
Oh my God.
I used to really want that.
Wise.
No, this is really what he
This
said.
is really what happened.
All right, go ahead, bro.
That next night we went out. I hadn't seen her since high school. That next night we went out, and I was
trash.
It was a LeBron James and Dwayne Wade party, after party. You know how they used to come up here and play at the Sprint Center?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was they had a little after party, and we was at Lucky Strike, and I seen her, and she was just like super
See,
elated.
he always
no,
does
you was
the
though.
most.
She was super elated to see me, like
Super
and I was
elated.
I probably was drunk.
Is that not the right word? She was happy to see
No,
me.
that's the word.
Yeah, so I was like, and it's been a rap ever since then. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Fact, yeah.
So how long? So how long has it
That
been
was
since that?
2010.
2010.
Yeah.
Yep,
Dang. And then y'all got married.
2013.
13.
No,
Okay.
2012.
12.
2012.
The last day of 2012.
Yeah. Okay. Dope.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's what's up. Sure. Shout out to the chocolate women too.
Yeah, I
what I'm
love chocolate
saying?
women.
Yeah. So since we talking about marriage and we kind of just ended with that, like how y'all. So did you ever think that you would be married before you got married? Like what led to that? Because I'll just say this: a lot of young couples and stuff, like, you know what I mean, like people don't usually get married. That's pretty rare now. Well, now it was pretty rare at the time, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying, that people got married, and I think that was you one of the first people out of our family, young people that got married? Who else was
Keisha and
married?
Robert.
Yeah.
They got married before y'all?
Yeah.
What year was that?
We got married in 2012. How old is
I feel like it was pretty.
It was close.
It was pretty close.
It was close.
But it wasn't a thing though.
Nah,
in my
yeah, it
opinion.
wasn't,
Like, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like, and I don't know if girls still think that they, you know, like, hey, have this dream to get married and all of that. But I know a lot of them.
I used to.
That you had that dream.
Yeah.
That's how you felt about it. So I mean, talk about that a little bit.
Now I can honestly say before, so one of my best friends in Texas actually got married, and that was the first time I can remember ever being a part of a wedding and being in the wedding, and that was, I think, a year or two before me and Danielle. And before that, I had never even thought about it, but it was like some weird ass, like, as the wedding was going on, something happened to me. Like I'm not playing, bro. Like, so she's walking down the aisle, but I've never been like
You
emotional.
cried?
Yeah, I probably, like, bro,
outer body.
I never thought, like, I don't know if it was like some love stuff or whatever it was, but I never just thought like that somebody could be like, and like how I seen them as a couple. It changed my mind of like, or it changed the way I thought about like marriage and everything. So before that, I never thought about it. I never had a like, oh, I really want to be married. Or,
I feel like we see the people around us like, oh, I want that, but so if you didn't see it, you're like, oh,
what's
damn.
crazy is we grew up like,
Yeah, we grew up.
everybody that we know was married.
No, that's
Both
true.
our parents, our
Yeah, that's
grandparents
true.
was married.
Yeah. And I was gonna say that, like, you know,
So
didn't
how did
think
you
it had
not?
anything. Yeah, go ahead.
So how'd you not see it if you grew up seeing?
No, I decided I didn't see it. I said I never, like, it was never a want. Like, some women dream about it or y'all want that as kids. I don't think it ever crossed my mind, like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
Probably because it wasn't healthy.
Oh my God.
I mean, shoot.
Just if I could be real, I don't think I said, like, that wasn't, never mind. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I could dig it. How you feel? What you think, Jamie? You ever seen this?
I felt like it was a part of my life plan. So I had this whole life plan. I was gonna do this, that. And marriage was in it, kids was in it. But I got to a point like when I met you, I was at a point in my life where I was just like cool on dudes. Like not that I was
Going the other way.
Yeah, not that even. Nothing's wrong with that, but I wasn't there. I was just content. I was content being single and chilling and kicking it with my girls and just doing me. So, like that night in particular, I remember waking up that day. I was having a wonderful day, feeling great, feeling good. I was going to this concert with my girls, and I wasn't thinking about no dude. So it was just funny to meet you and you my husband now when I was just at that point where I was just good because I've been through so many failed relationships and so much drama. I was just good.
Yeah. I mean, so the way she talks is actually like something real. Like when we met, like it wasn't like she was like, "Oh, cool, I'm feeling you." Like she really like didn't really give a damn about me. For real. Like, you know, I had to work towards it for real. Like it was cool. Like, I think you like when we go to Grinders.
Yeah.
One night, I think she was like bored and was like, "I'm gonna just give this nigga a chance, just see what happened." Like she really, I could tell her whole demeanor was like, "Yeah, I done been here, done this."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I really don't know how it led up to this, but I'm just persistent, I guess. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't give up. But yeah, I mean, it worked out for the best.
That kind of happened with me too, though. But yeah, I lived in
That was true because when we happened quick, like it went from not seeing each other for years to I'm at his house every day. His parents is my parents. I'm there when he ain't there. Right. Like it happened quick to the point where I was like, wait a minute. I just moved to Texas. I need to experience like this happened quick. And it was one of them things like, damn, I need to hang out. You know, I can't just be with this nigga all the time. So, but like literally, I fell in love with his parents instantly, like hanging out with them. I was over there every day. It was crazy.
Yeah. You didn't love me?
I did.
Nah, yeah, it was the chase. For me, the chase was kind of crazy too because before that, I thought I knew what like love was. I told my pastors too, like that. It was a different feeling. Like I really liked her, but like I wanted her around all the time. Like I even didn't want to play basketball for sometimes to be with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my dudes would be going to the gym. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm hanging out with them. I instantly became the sucker nigga. Like, nigga, you a lover boy ass nigga. Like, and I had no problem with it though. But yeah, for a while you weren't messing with me.
For a while?
Nah, well, we went so strong early on.
Yeah.
And then like she kind of like was like she didn't do it like in a way of like we need a break because we be honest, we never was a couple.
Like
you know,
official.
we was just together all the time. But the way she kind of like eased off of me, I was kind of hurt, bro. I left. I left Texas.
He went back to Kansas City.
I came back up here and moved. And
so that's why you came back?
Yeah, the first time, yeah. Nah, I was, bro. I was, bro. She had deleted me off Facebook or something. I was in my feelings.
That is a lot.
I'm like, man.
I don't remember that.
I'm like, I ain't on Facebook.
No, it was,
like,
it was.
No,
it wasn't. It wasn't like that. But it was like I had like this moment where I was like, wait a minute, like how did I just instantly become married to this nigga? I
actually think that was the best thing to happen for us because we was able to get a lot of single stuff out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we was able to have that last run
before getting back together.
Because we had our like after a year or so, I already told her like I know you the one I want. Like I felt it. We had you know everybody say we kind of got married soon, but everybody didn't see that we had already been we had already been involved with each other for a long time. So and we had plenty of conversations about it. Like
it was just really one of them things I was just like running from it for a minute, and then I was like, shit, well, all right. And I went to see him in New York, and then
that was it. Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, I mean, of course, I don't know. Marriage was never a thought for real.
Really?
I mean, even in relationships that I had, I had a relationship with a female for like 4 years.
Yeah, see, mine were always long too.
Yeah, and I don't think like even out of all the stuff that we was doing, like I never really thought about like marriage for real, for real. Like, until I think until I met Jamie, and I think like kind of, I don't know, subconsciously, like a lot of my homies was getting married too, but I still wasn't like, I was one of the last of my homies that got married, like, you know what I'm saying. And I don't know, I think that a piece of it, and I'm gonna just be real, like a piece of it was like me as a man evolving and then growing more, and as a man, and then in my faith,
right?
Like, you know what I'm saying. So it was like, well, if I'm gonna live life right, this is one of the things that makes sense. You know what I'm saying. So as we was dating, and as like, you know, time went on, and I started to see like, damn, like I'm not like, this is good. Like, you know what I mean. The relationship was good. She treated me well. You know, we was pretty much doing the same thing I was doing, hanging out, having a good time. And, you know, it just came to a point where it was like, well, let's make it official. You know what I'm saying? And let's make it happen.
Right.
And so that's kind of how it was. But nah, it was never a thought about marriage for real. For me.
Hey, that's crazy though. In 2009, I had came home for a summer, and I got, my mom and them had found like a church home and stuff out there. Yeah. So we was like going to church and stuff, and I had excuse me, I got baptized, and I got real close with the pastor, and literally like some months after that, I had met back up with Danielle and seen her and stuff. But it just started happening like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even say I blame it on. I mean, I'm saying getting baptized was the reason, but I don't know. I was like really kind of like involved in finding my faith, and like the same way. I think it changed a little bit.
You definitely changing.
Yeah.
You know, you can't. I mean, because if you're in a relationship, you ain't thinking about doing a bunch of crazy stuff anyway. Like, you pretty much content with where you are. You missing that. You might just be missing that one piece, especially relationships that go for an extended period of time. And then depending on where you are and your age too. Like, you know what I mean? Right. It's like, well, shit. Like, I can't just keep doing this forever. You know what I mean? And then I don't even think that Jamie would allow me to just keep doing it forever. For real. Like, you know, I don't think she was into the whole, you know, we gonna just be shacking up all day long, like type of situation. So it wouldn't have worked for me. But I'm like, I mean, for me, I'm like, it like I said, it wasn't a thought of mine. But I mean, I can say that I'm glad I did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad I did it. It was definitely a leap of faith, but I think it was the right decision. So
with that being said, I got a question for everybody. It's a real. Why are you laughing, Daniel?
I don't know.
I just tickle you.
Oh my God, just go.
I always tickle you. Anyways, how important do y'all think the decision of getting married was for your life? Before y'all answer, I seen a pastor in a sermon say that was choosing to be married or getting married should be the most important decision of your life. What's your take on that?
So you saying how important was the decision to get married to you? Yeah. To me.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to answer that first? Or you want me to answer?
Shoot. I mean, that's kind of heavy. I don't know. I don't know if it's the most important decision of my life, but I don't know what the most important decision of my life would have been or is. Yeah, like, you know, it was a pivotal point in my life, a defining point in my life, and a moment that I love and enjoy and cherish. But the most important, I don't know.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
No,
that's how you feel.
Nah, that's how you feel.
This is how you feel.
I'll tell you why I think it. Why?
Go ahead.
No, I want to hear yours.
Go ahead, Tiz.
I think it was. I think the reality hit to where it was like, holy crap, like this is for real. The biggest decision in my life, so to speak, is when I was about to propose. Like, I'm not like, okay, so if you know me, you know my, like, I'm used to being in front of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm used to being in front of crowds. I rap in front of crowds. I speak in front of crowds, all type of stuff. But I was the most nerve wrecked dude like I ever been in my life. Like, you know, like damn near like a shake. Like, I felt weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt.
This when you proposed.
This is when I proposed. Like, literally, like it sunk in at that moment. You know what I'm saying? It was like, holy shit, like this is about to happen. And it wasn't no doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no, I don't know what I'm doing. It was just this is about to be
it's real.
something big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it felt like that when I did it. So I knew that it was definitely one of the biggest, and probably and in retrospect, because I can speak about it now.
Yeah.
In retrospect, it was the most important decision that I made in my life, because, and probably the best decision that I made in my life, because I don't think that I would be in the same position. I'm not saying I would be in a messed up position. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think that look at it. Like, you know, you can see my wife over here and a baby right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we have a pretty comfortable living situation.
Right.
So I don't think that would have been, you know, I don't think that it would have been like that. I don't know. I think that this started that trek, and I don't think that I don't regret it at all.
Yeah, me too. I like when he said it, it really made me think about it, like, dang, like, was that? Like, did I make? Because I thought about what I was doing before that, and like what was transpiring in my life before that, and where I could have been, and all that. And I wouldn't have, like you said, I don't think I would have been doing anything bad or anything. I was actually, you know, chasing, you know, sports or whatever. But I think so, because the way he broke it down was like, every decision that you have after you get married is a life decision as a man. So that when I thought about it like that, I'm like, dang, that's true, because I can no longer make a decision without
thinking about
you know, the rest of my family, you know, and everything.
That's true.
So every move that I make, I have to have with somebody else, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what it did for me was it made me want to move in a better way. You know what I mean? So I'm no longer thinking selfishly about anything. Like, so I feel like it was for me. I feel like it was the most important.
It does. I mean, when you word it like that, it makes sense. I couldn't imagine not being married, which is crazy, or not, you know, being with you, or, you know, having the kids or anything like that. But it's like, man, I don't know. I mean, I can't. I feel how Jamie feels.
Yeah. I think if you sit back and think about it, and then you be like, that was a big decision in my life. Like,
yeah, I mean, but back then it didn't feel so.
Yeah, I think now,
it didn't feel like so like a hard or big decision. It was like, let's go do this.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, let's do this.
Is it because when we got married, I didn't think. I ain't gonna say I didn't think about it, but I just, when you get married, people say a life, we gonna be married for the rest of our life. Like, that could end tomorrow, or it could end 100 years from now.
Yeah.
But the choice that you made was to go all the way. I don't think that even register in a lot of people's mind. Like, I'm really about to be with this one person for the rest of my life. Like, and when you sit back and think about it like that, then you be like, that was kind of. What else did you choose to do?
So you didn't think about that before?
Nah,
like,
I'm saying, what else did you choose to
forever?
do for the rest of your life?
Right.
Yeah.
There's no other choice. That I don't care about a car that I done bought. You know, we live in some houses, whatever, jobs. I'm definitely not thinking about a job for the rest of my life.
Right.
That one decision that I made was the only decision in life, you know, besides my my faith and, you know, my choosing to choose God and stuff. But besides that, that's the only thing that I ever chose to do for the rest of my life.
That's deep.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like that's a real choice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. So when you sit back and think about it like that, to me, I feel like it should be the most important decision of your life.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree, man. And maybe that's the perspective that a lot of people need to take on for real. Like, really kind of think about that, because I know you just said this, no offense, but I'm just saying, like, a lot when you don't think about it, or you're just like, hey, let's just do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you might make the wrong decision.
The wrong move.
And yeah, because I mean, like I said, a lot of the friends that I had got married, and, you know, hopefully they don't get mad at me, but shit, they not married no more. You know what I'm saying?
I just a lot of people that I went to high school with, they not married no more.
So I mean, it's something that, like, you really need to sit and think about. Like, I mean, if you ain't spending that much time on it, or you ain't really, you know, processing, you know, of course you never gonna, like, marriage can take you, you don't know which way it's gonna go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. So I mean, but at least you do have, because like he said, it's a choice.
Right.
And anytime you make a decision, you know, you're gonna think about and process the decision. Don't just get married because it sounds good.
Right.
Or, you know, or like, you know, some of your homies and did it and it looked cool or whatever the case is, like really, really evaluate how you feel about it. Even if you were inspired by somebody else, really evaluate, yourself. You know what I'm saying? And really like take that in and like, okay, the idea and what they did was dope. I would like that for myself. You know what I'm saying? And and it's something that I could commit to because, I don't know. I actually always said that when I was a kid. I said that it ain't like I don't believe in marriage. I just don't believe in divorce. Like that. I don't come from a family of divorce. Like you spoke to, like our grandparents stuck together. I remember, I don't know. Was it something that I think my mama was talking to my grandmother and she was saying something about my grandpa. Man, he was kind of raw. It just is what it is. He was raw, but he did his thing. But I think the conversation went, and I could be messing it up, but it went something. It was like my mama said, "Hey, why are you still with my my dad or my grandpa?" You know what I'm saying? And the response from my grandmother was, I said, "Until death do us part."
Right.
And she meant that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Until death do us part. I mean, as much as he did, and she stuck with him. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I watched my mama do the same thing. They be going at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be going at it. And sometimes I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I understand more now because I'm married. But even as a kid, if I watched them fight or whatever, like, they never bailed. Right. Like, you know what I mean? So I respected that. So I'm like, well, I want to make sure, of course, that I get into a marriage and we can have a healthy relationship. You know what I'm saying? Even though we fighting things like that now, we still working towards like making sure that it's healthy. Yeah. But I want to be able to stick around and be there. And I ain't just talking about for kids. I'm just saying I'm in a marriage. Like I really want to, I really want to be there until death do us part. So that's kind of my take on it.
Yeah. The thing that I'm thinking about is like the nerves you said you felt when you were proposing. I feel like those are the nerves I had when we were at the altar. Like that's when it was like till death do us part. This is a forever decision to me, and that is something that I was really nervous about, but made the decision to commit to, because you come from a family of marriage and people that don't divorce. I come from a family of divorce, and we're quick to, hey, nigga, you get on my nerves, I'm out. And I still like, I reflect that behavior. I still struggle with that. I still be like, you know what, shit, I'm out. Like, you gotta, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I say that quick, but I don't mean it, because, you think about like, we're best friends, it's like if you don't have that person to call and talk to and that person to tell any and everything to, it's just like, you just that dude, like you that person. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I feel like we perfectly balance each other out, like from our past experiences and how we blend that and make that work for our current relationship. It's totally different.
Yeah. I think it's the true definition of unconditional love. I had a conversation with a friend, and that used to scare me when they broke it down. This is since I've been married too, but I had like this. I've been on this whole like self-reflecting thing, so I'm really trying to understand love in a different way. But when they said unconditional love, bro, I am. Shut up. When they said unconditional love, they was like the way that can you love anything unconditionally, and I was like, yeah, I love my wife unconditionally. She's like, they said, so if she hurts your mama, are you still gonna love her? Like, like these are conditions that you choose to accept when you get married. Yeah. And I think that's what you're speaking of about our parents. Like, or our family members, even though everything might not have been as healthy as what we want, you know what I mean? They still stuck around no matter what. Yeah. Like through all conditions. Like they there. Like they gonna make it work. It used to bother me too, because I feel like I seen my mama at a point where I start to be like, man, like you better than that, or like you should, even with grandma, like the stuff she put up with our grandfather. It was like, man, at an early age, because grandma died when I was in 5th grade. But I still had an opinion on, like, in my head, I'm like, man, my grandpa ain't. Like he was a good person. He just was a old school man. Like he was a man. Like he, when he did things his way. And my grandma was like the sweetest lady. Like I wish I would have met her, but she was so sweet. Like to me, she did nothing wrong. You know, I mean,
Like,
so I never seen like why he would be treating her like that. Yeah. So that might be a reason why we choose to get married, because we see, you know what I mean?
Seen that example.
Yeah,
I think it definitely plays a part.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it definitely plays a part as to why we chose to get married. Because as much as we said like maybe we seen some unhealthy things, you know, directly from our parents or whatever like that. I mean, we seen some healthy things happen too.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I mean, from them, but you know, at least especially like just giving the credit to my grandma, like, you know, just kind of seeing how she was, and you know, and her heart and behind her family, her passion for her family, and her passion for, you know, just how for people. You know what I'm saying? So I think that she definitely plays a huge part. Even if we. Yeah, she just definitely plays a huge part. You know what I mean? A huge role in the makings of us. All of us, like our entire family.
Yep. Right. Yep.
True matriarch.
Yep. So I got another question for y'all. I want the two wives to answer this. We might be able to stay away from this question. What's the best part about being married?
I'm gonna turn my mic off.
To me, the best part about being married is always having my person there.
Yeah.
Always
Talk
being. Shut up. No matter what, you're my person. You're always there. The kids, you know, anything. You're my person, and my person is always there. So I think that's the best part about being married.
That's dope.
Same. Like, that's exactly what, like, you're that dude. Yeah. Like, you know, if I'm
the nigga.
Yeah, like, if I'm afraid or if I'm happy or if, you know, I'm nervous or unsure about something, like, you're my sounding board. You're the person that has my back. You're the person that I can, you know, my confidant. I can talk shit about any and everything, too.
Right.
And it's okay, you know. I don't have to worry about anything. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So reverse that question. What's the worst part about being married?
Worse?
Yeah. It's we ain't perfect.
No. I mean,
I can't answer that.
We came in. Hold on. We came into this conversation with no judgment, and we taking our feelings out of this.
I don't think you should word it that way.
Okay. So what?
The hardest.
The hardest. Okay. Good. There you go. What's the hardest part about being married?
The hardest part for me would have to be letting go of power. I've always been super independent or super like the nigga of the relationship or the nigga, you know, just in general. Yeah, it's true. I just told you it's hard. Yeah. So
depends why you looking like that.
That's the hardest part for me.
My mic been off. I'm about to turn it back off.
That's the hardest part for me is letting somebody else lead.
Oh my gosh, we are the same person.
Yeah.
We know.
That's hard. It's super hard. Especially I come from somebody who's super independent.
Right.
Who has instilled that in me, like, you don't need or you can do it yourself. When I say Jane of all trades, you need something fixed, I can do it. But that's just how I am. I feel like I can do it. If I gotta ask you too many times, it's fuck it. I'm doing it myself.
I don't like waiting on it. You know, dealing with an attitude. If I gotta keep asking, I ain't got time for that. You know, like, you gonna do it or not?
Yeah.
So,
T.I.E.S, why you so quiet, man?
Right. He turned his mic off.
Come on, man.
That's hard. That's hard.
Best part of being married?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, you know, just similar to what they were saying. You know, you definitely got somebody there, you know, that can, you know, you got your mate there. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got somebody who I have somebody who definitely understands me. In my opinion, you know, even sometimes I feel like it's even better than I understand myself, or at least somebody who can point out things and help me identify when I'm, you know, myself. You know what I'm saying, or when I'm not myself, outside of myself. So I think that's incredible. I got somebody who, you know, definitely wants to take care of me. there's a great, even though I know that it's a man's role, a lot of us say, hey, I'm trying to be a provider or whatever, but she definitely provides. You know what I'm saying? She definitely meets pretty much all my needs, and more and
Right.
more. So I think that, me finding somebody like that, and then, being able to marry that person, like, that's
dope.
great.
Yeah. Same here
yeah.
for me, kind of. I remember I texted Danielle a few weeks ago and said, you literally give me every emotion in a good and bad way.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Like in a good and bad way. Like when I ain't never
But I
dislike
never make you
somebody.
mad.
Yes, the hell you do. Like, that's the reason I said that. I think she had did something to irritate me, and I'm like, but through all of that, through all the irritation, through all the anger, through whatever it is that I feel, I only want to go through that with her. You know what I mean? So like, when I look at it like that, I'm like, yeah, I love this. You know what I mean? Because with anybody else, I probably would have been and dipped out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Facts. No,
I'm just being real. Like with
I get
anybody
it.
else, I probably would have went on here and did my own thing. But like I love that part about being married is that I have somebody who I can go through every emotion with. You know,
Yeah.
As men early on, we taught to hold our emotions back. Don't cry. I've cried with her. I've done.
Which is bullshit.
You said, yeah, it is. That's that. Yeah, that is. But I didn't realize that till now.
Yep.
But yeah, so yeah, I like that. For me, that's the best part of it.
What's the worst?
The hardest part about being married is trying to have somebody enter your thought process. The person who you're with, like they say, or I hear this a lot, like I shouldn't have to tell you. You should just know.
Woo.
You feel me? Like, and
I'm not a mind reader.
That's,
Oh my God.
no, I agree. That for me, that's how I am. I'm like, I'm not. But if you could just feel where I'm coming from and understand where I'm coming from, we wouldn't even be in this position. Like, like if you could understand what's in my mind, like, because sometimes I admit, like, I know Danielle has issues sometimes where I'm lazy sometimes.
Ooh.
Nah, I admit that. I'm lazy. But
I'm not gonna admit
it's more so I like to
I'm
move
just tired sometimes.
even
He
down
like
to
to move at his own time.
even
that
down
must
to
run in the
sports.
family.
That must
No,
run
it's
in
not.
the family.
It do. Every male in our family is like that.
But if somebody's asking you to do something, they don't mean.
But no, this is the thing though. This is the thing. So I'm glad you said that because I'm trying to do better at that for our relationship. Where if it was somebody else, I'd be like, girl.
But I know what you mean because
like,
sometimes it's some moments where you be like, I shouldn't even have to ask you to do this.
Yeah.
It should have just already been done.
In my mind, when I say I want the hardest part is her not understanding. I am a man of my word. I might not do it when you wanted me to, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh my God!
It might take a minute, but I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
So get into. If I said I'm gonna do something, just trust and believe that I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean,
even if it's months
definitely-
later.
At that point,
Hey, we definitely had some
there's
lights that needs to be
extremes,
changed for like
of
3
course-
months.
Yeah, like there's some stuff that's extreme. Like, of course, like, damn, like if you ask me to do something and it take me some months to do it, you got the right to be mad or whatever. But it happens.
I'm glad this
it
is
does
recorded.
happen.
No,
but
no.
It does happen. It does happen. But that don't mean I'm lazy though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
agree.
like maybe my priorities are different. You know what I'm saying?
Great
And
way
that
to
don't
put it.
necessarily mean that my priorities are messed up. That just means that I have things that I have to get to faster than what you maybe asked me. And I don't know if she's willing to accept that all the time.
okay,
You know
but what
I'm
if
saying?
you don't? You just land.
I don't know. It's pretty, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even lying. It's very rare that I don't. Like, I'm a very, like, I have time to do stuff, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Some things, so there's some things that, like, yeah, okay, I can't say that I'm busy every single day, every hour,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, all the time. It don't happen. But it does take, as much as some work is physical, is mental as well.
That's a fact.
So if I'm mentally exhausted, you know what I'm saying, on top of whatever physical exhaustion that I may have it right there, like, some stuff is gonna be put on the back burner. Yeah. So I just in my thing is now I do have priorities that take precedent over everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's I'm gonna make sure I pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I'm providing food. Make sure that I'm on top of the things that we have to have in order to function throughout the day. And for me, as long as that's done, man, me washing dishes like shit. It just is what it is. Like that shit just ain't gonna get done. It's gonna get done when it get done. You know what I'm saying? Or it just happens that way.
Yeah.
And that don't mean that I don't really care about what she's asking me. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean anything. That just means that mentally I'm not all the way there.
Yeah.
And once I get there, I'm gonna knock it out and it's gonna be dope. Like she knows that. You know what I'm saying? When the time comes and it's time to knock it out, I'm gonna put my all into it. I'm damn near gonna lose sleep just to get it done. But it might take me a minute to get to it.
Yeah.
And you might have to be cool with that.
Yeah. I never thought about the way, like you said, though, like sometimes you be mentally, emotionally drained and all that, because that do take a big part in some stuff. I know with me, like my job takes a lot of my energy away. So when I am at home, sometimes even if I'm not asleep, I just want to relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to if anything, my body's trying to relax. So if it's anything that needs to be done, and the way my wife works, she just told y'all she is I can do everything. Yeah. Even if she can't do it, she gonna try.
That's a fact.
And I would sit there and just look like, all right, nigga, like keep trying. Like it might not get done, and I might not even be able to do it. But I see where her frustrations is. So for me, I just like if we could, not us, but anybody, if you just try to get into the mindset of the other person, or just understanding that it might not be like, oh, he lazy or he don't want to do it at this time. Like, nigga just might be coming down. Like, you know what I'm saying? From a long week of work or whatever. So,
but, sorry. Yep. I feel like we don't get that option. You still got to keep going. You can be tired as hell.
That's true.
But you still just have to keep doing it and making sure that everything's taken care of.
So you're saying in no way do you get that?
What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, some laundry might not get folded, but in certain stuff, you don't have an option. You still just have to keep going, no matter how. If you had an hour, 15 minutes of sleep.
Yeah.
I
mean, yeah. I think we said the same. Like,
no, I feel like it's
that,
a double standard.
I don't know. Let's talk about it a little bit.
To
I
me,
don't
life
think
is a double
so.
standard thing.
Well, I mean, that's a fact. It is.
Yeah, I mean, it can be, but I'm just saying, like, it just depends on. Like some things that are priority to you that you keep going on. Like if like me, I might not care about dishes, for example.
I get it. That's
that is priority. It's
some
for you.
stuff that
you don't care when you ain't got no spoon for your cereal.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. I might just wash one spoon at that time. I'm gonna wash the hell out of that one spoon, and everything else gonna be dirty.
This liquid on the I got my spoon, nigga.
Yeah,
the rest of them are dirty.
I just don't think that.
I get
don't
what
know.
you're saying though,
I can see why. Yeah,
a lot of stuff to me is one of them things like, girl, you can sit down. Like you don't have to do this right now. But to me, it's one of them things like it just needs to be done.
Yeah,
but
because that's how you feel about it. Yeah, and I think it happens for us. I don't know. I can't really speak for you, but I'm just saying I think that happens. There are certain things that we like. It don't matter. I just got to do it. It don't matter if I'm tired. Right. I just got to get it done. But it might not be the same exact things that you have.
Man, you know what I'm saying? If we being real, women, we ain't gonna make this a sexist conversation, but a lot of women, y'all actually put more stress on yourselves than what you have to. I understand that you do got, especially with kids, I actually respect the fact that you do extra. You know what I mean? But sometimes I do be like, you just doing that. Like, you don't have to do this stuff.
Because we don't want to live in chaos.
No, but okay, exactly. You don't want to live in chaos. But sometimes with us, I just like a simple life. I can't work with stress. I can't live with stress. Like, I can't be hurried. I can't for real. Like them things, I don't move right.
He just was rushing me out the house.
But I know where I was going. I'm saying if you're trying to make me do it, then it ain't gonna happen the right way. Whatever it is, even at work, I've always been like that though. My schoolwork, I'm gonna turn it in late. I'd rather it be right late. So this is
not okay.
Why is it not? That's how I move.
But why I do it late?
I'm just saying that's how it's either gonna be late or not done. Because if I do it on your speed, then now I do understand some things in life you do have to. It's a time limit. Yes. You got to be on it. But when it's stuff that we can control, like the light bulb being changed, really, like
what was that?
That's Noah.
Jamie did say she had gas.
I'm blaming my
She
daughter.
yawned and looked around like, it's okay, baby.
Whatever,
girl.
she do what she do.
It's okay.
I thought that was me.
Wait. So Tez, what's the hardest for you?
The hardest
Part about being married.
Oh, the hardest part about being married. I think it's just the like kind of coexisting, like learning how to coexist with other people, like coexist with her. We different. Like we giving great examples of.
No, Neil and I are different too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, y'all giving great examples of the differences that happen. I mean, it's a good example of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for example, like it might be a dish, it might be, living room dirty, whatever. And I don't really care about it. My priorities lie in different spaces. So I think that can be difficult at times. You know what I'm saying? And also what's difficult, just on the flip side, but it ain't really flipping. I don't know, whatever. But it's difficult being married to somebody who knows you very well because they can call you out on your shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's actually dope, but it's difficult, because sometimes it's hard for people to face themselves. So Jamie is really good. Like sometimes she don't have no filter. You know what I'm saying? And she'll call me, but it's really good for me to get that type of life criticism, you know what I'm saying, and be able to apply it. It makes me a better person.
In
but it's
retrospect,
difficult.
not in the moment.
Yeah, it's difficult to accept. I'm not gonna lie. Like when somebody call you out, like
You gotta swallow
it's
your
like,
pride.
you gotta swallow your pride. So it's helping me to evolve as a man, but it's hard. And I ain't gonna lie, it gets really hard to a point where it's like, damn, who are you to judge me? You know what I'm saying? Those type of conversations, that type of arguments do pop up. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, damn, it's kind of cool. It's good for me.
I tried to explain to somebody before that about your partner making you a better person. To me, that's the definition of that. Because people think like, oh, somebody make you better. What, they put money in your pocket, they gave you a job. Nah, like somebody that actually challenges me to be better than what I already am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how, and it ain't even necessarily making me better. Like I want to do that because for one, it's a lightweight competition. Like Danielle stay in competition with me, so it's a lightweight competition. Like you don't want to be the one to be like you. I kind of don't want her to have a one up on me, but I also want it to be like. But nah, for real, I'm being real. Like I want her to like challenge me to be like better, because I'm gonna do the same thing with her.
You definitely want to be with somebody that challenges you.
Yeah, but as a man, we definitely got to swallow our pride though, because sometimes I do be like, what?
Yeah, that's me.
Who are you talking to?
I did not know me and Jamie was so much alike.
We did. Me and T.I.E.S. did.
Me
and T.I.E.S. knew this.
We had it.
I did not know.
We've had plenty of conversations about this.
Yeah.
Always on the phone talking
For a long time,
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. Whatever. How else I'm get it out? Yeah. So from here, I mean, any advice, anything that you can give? Because we kind of wrapping up the podcast, and we definitely do appreciate y'all taking the time out, to sit and talk with us for this Valentine Day podcast. Just a last question, Jamie. Like, what kind of advice would you give for like a newcomer, somebody who's thinking about marriage, or somebody who don't even, maybe not even thinking about marriage, but, hey, it just so happens to happen to them one day or whatever. What would you say? What would you say to that person?
Marriage is lovely, but don't get it twisted. It's hard. It's work. And it's one of the things that I was most surprised about coming into it. It's something that I complained about, like, after initially getting married and getting in those initial, like, toughs or whatever. Like, hey, didn't nobody tell me that this was about to happen? Like, everybody at church made it seem like, oh, it's the greatest thing in the world and your life is going to be so blessed and your husband is your best friend. Didn't nobody tell me that I was going to hate this nigga sometimes? I'm just,
That's
I don't,
real.
I don't hate you.
That's real.
I don't hate you, but there's some times when I dislike you.
Yeah.
Nigga
But
ain't always a friend.
Right, but people don't give you like that real talk initially going in, and it's like, man, somebody could have told me that nights like this.
I wish.
That's real.
That's a fact.
But it's also beautiful, and it's also, this is your best friend, and this is a person you want to experience all the emotions with. Like, that's real.
Yeah.
So just be prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. What about you?
I feel like everyone's mate is not their best friend though.
I agree.
Neil's my best friend, but everybody's not gonna be best friends with who they're with. Neil's definitely, him and my mom are the only people that can tax my nerves the way they do. Like, it's like that's what their job is. But I think take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. Dope.
What about
boss?
you?
Oh, go ahead.
I think if I can give any marriage or any advice on being married or getting married or even wanting to be married or the thought of being married is make sure you choose to the best of your ability the right partner, and go into it with a mindset of being open, understanding that, it's not always going to be love. It's not always going to be sunny days. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. But the partner that you choose to go through that with should be somebody who you good with doing that.
Yeah.
Choose somebody who you are willing and ready to go through a war with. It's like a war.
That's a fact.
In a good way. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna have ups and downs, fights, battles.
Bruises.
All that. No bruises. I don't put my hands on you. You put your hands on me.
Oh my God.
You hurt me. Don't say that because people are gonna think.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't hit you, bro. Bruises. No, only way you get
real love.
if you ran into a table.
No.
Oh, man.
I ain't touch you.
Okay, we was joking.
Right?
Yeah, it's a joke.
It was a joke.
No bruises.
It was a joke. All right.
Yeah, that's what I got.
For me, man, I mean, I'm sorry, what you doing?
No, I was saying, what about you?
I mean, yeah, for me, I think it's a combination of all of that. You know what I'm saying? Take it one day at a time is great advice. You know what I'm saying? And definitely find somebody that you willing to put up with their stuff and you know what I'm saying? And that person be willing to put up with yours. I mean, that's not saying that you going to know that from the jump,
right.
But you will know. You will know, once you get into it or whatever, once you get into that just a regular relationship, you know what I mean? Not even marriage. Like, you know what I mean? If somebody's like, hey, ready to bail on you anytime it's difficult, whatever, you might want to think twice about it.
Right.
But somebody who's willing to stick around when it is difficult for you, and and somebody who helps you to grow, somebody who helps you to see yourself, you know what I'm saying? And somebody that you can help see themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? And definitely involve, if you believe, involve God in your relationship.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
I think that's really important too.
I think it is. I just think it is. So shameless plug time. Before we go, I definitely want to shout out Jamie, my wife, who's an actress, doing her thing. Make sure you follow her on her social media. What's your social media?
Jamie Addison.
You gotta turn your mic on.
Oop, thank you.
Yep.
Jamie Addison _ on Instagram and
Yep.
Twitter.
That's cool. Jamie Addison _ on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
All right, dope. And then we got
Cool Mom Customs on Instagram and Facebook.
So you do
With a K.
What do you have?
So you got
what's your
T-shirts, anything, customize, branding, anything. Put your brand on a shirt, bag,
Yeah.
And she's super dope at it, y'all.
decal.
Yeah.
Super dope. Like
But it's with K's.
Baby
KOOL. Baby onesies are my
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah.
KOOLKUSTOMS.
dope.
Yeah.
And then you already know, man, we got Cortez Marcel, on all social media sites, and then definitely follow
Neil Wilson or Just Shoot _3God on Instagram.
a lot of great things going on, man. So you know what I'm saying? Just keep on the lookout for us. Check back with us. We appreciate y'all rocking with us.
Happy Valentine's Day,
Happy
man.
Valentine's Day
Yes.
for everybody. You know what I mean? Make sure you do something
Love,
special with your loved one. And,
You said you love?
I said, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And love is love.
Love
love
is
is love.
love.
Love is love. I'm
That's
gonna let
hard.
this mug play all the way to the end, man. This is groove.
For sure.
Yeah.
Y'all go watch that video.
Yeah, go
Yes.
watch
Yeah. Where's
Cortez
that?
Marcel on YouTube.
But yeah.
Go find
Check
it.
it out.
Groove, something
We all
groove.
in there.
We in there.
We
Yep.
grooving.
Baby, come groove with me, groove with me. Okay, you know what to do. Now we can get smooth with it, smooth with it. I can't came to party with you. Now baby, just groove with me, groove with me. Okay, you know what to do. Now we can get smooth with it, smooth with it. I came to party with you. Now baby, just groove with me, groove with me. Okay, you know what to do. Now we can get smooth with it, smooth with it. I came to party with you. Now baby, just groove with me, groove with me. Okay, you know what to do. Now we can get smooth with it, smooth with it. I came to party with you.
Maybe it's love in the air. I think you been shot me with something that's rare. I got a feeling, I'm feeling. I know that you feel it. The energy's there. I can tell you it's a flower that bloomed through the pavement, and I can